Hi guys, this is the first video for the AS30 tasks. In this series we're going to actually see mostly segment routing, and we also have one task with EVPN. And let's just go ahead and see the tasks for this AS. First we start with the core IGP routing, and you see here that I do have to configure OSPF again, and we just have two requirements here. Actually three. The OSPF adjacencies should be established as soon as possible. This means that we're going to have again point-to-point links. Loopback interfaces should be declared as passive, and we should use groups to configure OSPF. If you don't know about XR groups, you will learn them now in the next video actually. Then we need to go ahead and configure segment routing on not all but most of these nodes, and LDP on routers 36 to 38. So we're going to have two islands. This island will be the LDP island, and this island will be the segment routing island. You can also call it domain, SR domain versus LDP domain. And of course we won't have a continuous LSP between them by default. And we're also going to configure TILFA for segment routing, and we also have some restrictions here, some features of TILFA. We'll see them when the time comes. Then in this task, we need to configure router 34 as a segment routing mapping server. We'll see what that does exactly, but just so you know, I'm going to do that in one of these videos. Then we're going to also configure and see how it works the SRPC, which comes from segment routing path computation element. And also, in order to have SRPC working here as a second task, we will need to configure BGP link state sessions between some nodes. So I'm doing that also. Then we're going to use the SRPC to instantiate some segment routing policies. And the first two policies will just calculate the path based on the TE metric, and the second pair of policies are going to show the disjoint path feature. And then finally, I'm going to configure an EVPN service for two of the CEs here, and we're going to push all EVPN traffic through the SR policy. So let's just go ahead and start configuring.